All right. So I just wanted to start out with the issue. The issue is pay, but it isn't pay. It's what pay can get you, right? So a lot of blue collar guys out there, like myself, you've lived an existence where you've worked for other people, and provided for your family or those you love, or try to progress yourself on with just your hands and your body because that was what you had afforded to you. You didn't have a great deal of opportunities. So when I talk about pay, I want you guys to know something. Until I went into business, I was never going to get approved for any kind of mortgage to own a home. You just weren't. You know, people that have shops, the equilibrium will come here soon, and it will come. People might, scoff that I say these things, but I'm very forward thinking, and I can tell you that there will come a lot more blue collar businessmen than people and corporations inside of this country because we possess the skill. So you guys want to see that wash out and keep paying shit wages because those wages don't substantiate enough on a W 2 to go to the man and say, hey, I'd like a home loan. They'll tell you, sorry, you don't make enough. And with homes going to what they're going to now for the next generation, what we've done is we've made them $600,000 average home, or you know, I understand real estate's its own market and bubbles happen, and I'm not going to get into all that. I just think that in the future, it may be difficult to prove that you have the income it takes to buy a home and get the loan if people don't start paying you more, if you don't start going on your own. So really, I mean, I don't have to make this a long video because it's not a very long sentiment, but I hope you guys know that things I'm saying here, I'm saying from not just like, I'm not boasting. I'm not trying to influence you to even do the things I do to make money. I'm trying to create an environment where technicians are communicating with each other about the wages that we're making, and we're also communicating with each other about what we have to do to make those wages, whether it be concessions in me. I don't. Like I said, I saw them hang up thousands of dollars of parts on engines at dealerships, and I never okayed it. I never wanted to be party to it, and I would, I was pretty honest with people actually, and they didn't always like that. And sometimes they won't even let you talk to the customers because they know there's a hustle involved. If we turn this into a straightforward thing where we're providing a service, that's it. We're providing service, we're doing it directly to the customer and allowing him the opportunity to keep him and his family fed, his blue collar family. That's the thing is we're all struggling over these scraps in my mind because they're not big, huge figures. I mean, we talk about all these young 20-year-olds who won a lot of money, made a lot of money in crypto, and good for them. I mean, I involved myself in the idea of crypto, um, but I have 20 plus years of skill. So I'm what I'm bringing to market isn't necessarily my tech, all right? Because we can all learn tech on different YouTube channels. I think the value that I can provide you is my insight as a blue collar guy who came from, like I said, I left home at 11, group homes, foster homes, juvenile hall, 16 different homes. I came to the place I'm at now. That I want. My point is this: I have aptitude, just like a lot of you have aptitude to do great things. A lot of that aptitude will be stymied or stifled by your ability to have opportunities. And those opportunities will present themselves more often when you present yourself a certain way. And especially when the way you conduct yourself in a shop. You're not half-assed and grab-assing around um, and bullying kids, but instead you're trying to bill out 8.5 hours every day. So, these are the kind of things that I think about often because these are the things that allowed me to say, hey, I have reached the pinnacle so fast of top pay at the time that I decided that if I got there that fast, then why did I really need them? And it took a while for me to build the confidence to go on my own. But I know now that unless employers are going to start treating people with some really good wages, and there are a lot of great people who still have no problem paying the bill. I'm not talking about every customer. I mean, you know who I'm talking about. Everyone who wants to get by, who's in the same blue collar position we are. So why not, instead of billing him out as yin yang at the dealer at a huge cost, start looking at these as viable customers for you to be able to assist at half the cost and where you still make a shitload of money. I'm trying to swear as much on this channel. Okay. Those are my thoughts, and I hope that, leaves you with some kind of confidence that in the future, skilled tradesmen, skilled businessmen will be the future of things, not huge shops and corporations. Because think about it, when they start trimming the fat at Walmart, they start 5, 10, 15, 20 Walmarts. What about when Peterbilt starts trimming the sales? And they've already lost sales. I mean, sales have been declining for some time. And I don't know about specific markets. I won't speak on brands. But I can tell you, I've been in the truck market, in the truck business for so many years. I've even seen technology go from, data links that ran the gauges and told you what the coolant temperature was at a 5,600 baud rate of speed, and now you are up to 156,000 on just a 1939 can, and even beyond that, 560,000. And I could go on. My point is that where tech is changing, guys are changing. The guys ending up in trades are still the same type of guys who didn't have maybe a bunch of money to spend on an education. But there's a lot of other people who are a really high aptitude and intellect, and they're going to try to fit in here too. One thing I will mention to you, if you're a smart guy, if you're a smart guy and you go rubbing it in everybody's face, nobody's going to like you, especially people who aren't smart. It took me a long time to figure that out. I thought just being smart was a gift, and it was my job to be able to show my gift to the world. But it's the one thing that if you show it too much to people, that makes them feel uncomfortable. So I would say this: if you're coming into the trades, you better expect a blue collar life the same way everybody else got it, and you better expect to get talked down to a little bit and squared away every once in a while, and you better be able to take it, because if not, this blue collar life ain't for you. All right, you're better off going to engineering school and spending that education money on getting into somewhere where you're a valuable asset to a team. It's not that you won't be a valuable asset, it's just no one will give you the opportunity to. So I want just to warn all the people out there who are coming in that there's a right way to go about this, that tactful, be respectful, show that you're willing to pay your dues. You don't have to kiss anyone's ass or be, licking your boots. There should never be a rite of passage inside of a shop to where people have to be treated poorly. I always took my Marines and every guy who ever worked for me right under my wing, and I said, hey man, I'm going to try to help my best to help you succeed. And I think there are a few guys like that in the shop, to be honest, but somebody did it for me. A lot of people did it for me. So those are my sentiments. Have a good night, guys.